Let's start with the first one.
Okay, this is my question to you. True or false? There was once a $100,000 bill that was only used in bank-to-bank transactions.
I believe that.
A $100,000 bill. You are correct. It is true.
Because it wasn't for the consumers. It was just bank to banks.
Yeah.
It just made it easier because they're moving a lot of money at
Yeah, I
once.
know, but a $100,000 bill?
I'd love to see it.
Me too. Wouldn't it be crazy?
Imagine losing that in your coat
think
pocket.
think about a $10,000 bill or a $1,000 bill. I mean, you know what I mean? They jumped to 100,000.
When I have a $100 bill on my person, I get a little nervous. I'm like, today's the day I get robbed. Shouldn't have carried it. I'm an easy target.
Here I am. Look at me.
I look like easy money in the streets.
Can I say, do you carry cash though? I know we teach cash all the time. Don't kill me, everyone. But you know, sometimes I don't carry cash.
Yeah, I have it in a separate little wallet that I only take with me when I know I'm going to need cash. If that makes sense. Because I don't carry a wallet on my person.
Oh, you don't?
No, my phone has a wallet and it just has my debit card and my license.
Yeah,
I'll prove it to you. No credit card here.
Pretty great.
That's it.
You should put a little $100 bill right in there.
I don't know. Yeah, I could shove it in there, I guess, just as a flex.
Yeah, I don't know.
The only time I do use cash a lot, but it's only for my haircuts because I get a $5 discount, famously. So I do go to the ATM. I'll cash out. I'll give the exact change to him. Yeah.
Good for you. Okay.
All right. Next trivia question. Which president's face was on that $100,000 bill? That's a much harder question.
Fun. Okay. Give me the presidents.
Oh. Calvin Coolidge, A.
Okay. Phil's
B,
right.
Abraham Lincoln. C, George Washington. D, Woodrow Wilson.
Ooh. I'm going to go A or D. Can I phone a friend? No, I'm kidding. Let's go Coolidge because it just feels cool.
Well, it might feel cool, but it's wrong.
Oh, man. Who was it?
It was your boy Woodrow.
So close. Man.
What happened to the name Woodrow? We got to bring it back.
Can I tell you?
Is there a guy named Woody out there? Is like full name Woodrow?
I don't know about a person, but I know about a dog. One of our puppies that left us and went to a family, they named him Woodrow. So
That's
it's Woody.
cute.
Isn't that sweet? I know. Oh, Woodrow.
Hey, leave a comment if your son's name is Woodrow.
What a great name.
Woodrow?
If I had another, Charles and Woodrow.
Yeah. Because it's one of those names that as you get older, it gets better. It's like a fine wine.
Yeah.
But a baby named Woodrow, we can all admit, weird. But you go with Woody. Oh, look at the little baby Woody.
I know, but then I'm thinking Toy Story.
100%.
So what do you do about that? What if you had a Buzz and a Woody?
Was his official name Buzz?
Buzz Lightyear and Woody from Toy Story.
I just got to know, like Buzz Aldrin. His real name is not Buzz, right?
Oh, that's true.
I think it was a nickname. Another Google search.
Edwin Eugene.
Perfect.
Oh, Edwin, another great name. Man, we've lost
Bring
some good
back
ones.
Edwin. I love it.
All right, next up, George. Here we go.
I'm not going to look.
Trivia question number 3. Which U.S. president added to the national deficit the most? Okay, who added? Ready? Ronald Reagan, FDR, Bill Clinton, or Jimmy Carter?
I know it wasn't Clinton because he actually did a bang-up job with the deficit.
He did do great at the
Who were the
deficit.
others?
We got Ronald Reagan,
Okay.
Bill Clinton, and FDR.
That's it? 3 options?
And Jimmy Carter.
Oh, Carter.
Sorry.
I don't think it was Carter. He does Habitat for Humanity. He doesn't seem like a guy who's trying to overspend. I'm going to go FDR.
You are correct.
Yes!
I say that with a little disdain, but you're winning.
That's pretty good, and I did not cheat.
So get this, George. The top 4 presidents who increased the national debt the most by percentage. You ready? FDR grew it from about, 792% because of the Great Depression, in World War II.
That's a bad hand he got dealt with.
Oh, no, we got Woodrow again. Woodrow Wilson. He grew the debt by 790%. So he increased it from $2.9 billion in 1913 when he took office. And then when he left in 1921, it was $23.9 billion.
Almost 10x.
Not good. Ronald Reagan by 161%. Tax cuts, decreased social spending, and increased military spending. And then George W. Bush grew the debt by 73%. Tax cuts, war costs, and the Great Recession.
Wow.
Man,
Here's the good news, though. Woodrow Wilson had his face on the $100,000 bill while growing the national debt by 790%.
I know. He should have had
Anything's
some
possible.
of those.
Dream big, guys.
Do what you can.
All right, next trivia question. What were the average weekly earnings for a factory worker during the industrial boom of the 1920s?
Ooh, okay.
Was it A, $10.50?
Okay.
B, $34.19? C, $23.82? Or D, $18.70?
I'm going to go A.
Average weekly earnings.
Oh, weekly.
So what you would earn in a week, is it $10, $34, $23, or $18?
I'm going to go 23.
Correct.
No way.
Way to go.
It's great.
So
All
kids
right.
out there, whenever you're complaining about the wages these days, $23 was the weekly earnings
That's wild.
for a factory, that's hard work in the factory.
Yes. The physical labor.
Wow.
All right, you ready? Why is money green, George? A, green ink was used to limit the risk of counterfeit cash. B, it was a well-liked color that was different than other colors used in the flag. C, it was George Washington's favorite color. Or D, green symbolizes fertile land and prosperity.
Wow. Okay, process of elimination. I don't think they were in the marketing meeting and Washington was like, green's my favorite color. If we could go with that, it'd be really cool. I also don't think that green ink limited counterfeit cash.
Okay.
I don't think it was a well-liked color. I'm going to go represents the fertile land and prosperity.
Okay. You're wrong.
No, it was his favorite color, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't. That would be so funny.
Which
though,
one
right?
is it?
It was A. Green ink was used to limit the risk of counterfeit cash.
Okay. Who
Yeah.
knew? I don't know how that limits the risk.
I'm not sure. I don't know the history.
When
on
I
it.
was at the Apple store, we had to check any bill over, I think a 20 or more. We had to check it with the marker.
with the highlighter thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
To
that's
see if
fun.
it was real. And I always felt like a jerk
Oh yeah.
to be like, I think you're giving me fake money, sir.
So I've got to check it. You could say company policy.
Anyways, that's my story.
It's good.
Next trivia question. Which historical figure is this quote attributed to?
Okay.
A penny saved is a penny earned.
Oh yeah.
Was it A, Teddy Roosevelt, B, Alexander Hamilton, C, Ben Franklin, or D, Dave Ramsey? That's a freebie. Teddy, Alex, Benny, Davey.
I'm gonna go Frankie.
Ben Franklin.
Yeah.
You would be correct.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah. It feels right.
I feel like Ben Franklin got all the quotable
He is.
tweets of the
He's
day.
just great. I really liked him.
I think Alexander Hamilton, a little long-winded, little long in the tooth,
Yeah.
as they say.
I think that's true. I know. Yeah.
Ben
good.
Franklin spoke in tweets.
He knew.
I love it.
He knew what was happening. All right. You ready for yours? True or false? Pennies have always been made out of copper.
False.
Correct. In 1943, all pennies were made from steel because copper was needed as ammunition in World War II. So they changed the material of the penny in World War II.
I'm going to be honest, didn't know the reason, but I just knew that it wasn't always that way.
Yeah. A lot happened in World War II. You think about that.
I guess that's a true statement. I mean, you can't deny it. You can say that about any war.
I know, but I do feel like it shifted a lot.
You're the person who has a
think about
glass
that?
of wine and says, a lot going on in here. Very complex.
Very complex.
Wow.
There's a lot of notes.
Here we go. Next trivia question. It's number 8 if you're keeping track at home on your scoreboards. If this is your big date night, love that for you. Why do we say buck as a slang term that means dollar?
Oh.
Was it A, buck used to mean ticket, and a ticket is a symbol of payment? Was it B, deer skins were once traded as currency? Was it C, buck was a nickname for the Secretary of the Treasury? Or was it D, buck was once a popular term for budget in England?
I'm going to go A.
Buck used to mean ticket, and a ticket is a symbol of payment?
Yeah.
Well, no, it's not that.
Oh, shoot.
I wouldn't have guessed this either. Deer skins.
No, I thought that's too obvious.
Deer skins were once traded as currency.
Really?
I guess think about the old, who was the guy with the big, raccoon hat?
Daniel Boone.
Think
Davy
about
Crockett.
that. Yeah, Davy Crockett. I could see them trading deer skins.
Yeah,
Like, hey,
just
you got a
trading
buck on
animal
you?
fur.
Can I borrow a buck?
Got a raccoon, I'll put it on my head, you know?
That was currency
What
back
they
then.
do.
Simpler times.
The volunteers right there.
Would you survive in those times if you had to kill a deer to get
No.
the skin to then use it as money?
I'm very nervous about the end of the world because we are going to have to.
Hold on, is this
We
why you
are going to
married
have
Winston?
to do all that. I don't know, but Winston is the one that everyone's going to come to because I think he's like one of the only hunters like in
America?
in our vicinity of friends and stuff.
I was like, did he tell you that?
He can but he's like, yeah, he's gonna be our protein guy, you know?
I've always said you gotta have a protein guy.
We need protein and the end of the world happens. Winston will find it.
I think I would forage. I think I'd be a good forager.
What does that mean?
I'd find like little wild berries and mushrooms, you know? Like I'd be accidentally vegan because I'd refuse to kill anything, but I'd be really good at hide and seek. Like a little scavenger hunt.
Oh my god!
I can get into small places. Like think about it, a little hole in a tree. I can dig in there for some
nuts.
Yeah.
George
Steal
comes
some
out
acorns.
with some acorns.
Me and a squirrel get into a fist fight. I could take a squirrel. One. Two squirrels, dangerous.
No, I think that would be the worst time to live, like during that. Like it would be so difficult for me. Titanic days, I could do that. Like 1912s, you know?
Oh, not on the Titanic. I was like, you wouldn't have survived the Titanic.
I am a woman. Women and children, you know?
How many survived?
I don't know my Titanic knowledge, even though I've been to 2 Titanic museums.
Next Google search.
But I do think Oregon Trail Day, like all of those days, that would be tough. Like when we went as kids to Travelers Rest in Nashville, old Nashville, we went with like our Girl Scouts. It was like
a theme park?
No, it was like a historical site of like settlers and stuff. You know what I mean? Like, but you look at that is tough, y'all. Like Little House on the Prairie days, man.
You lost me washing my own dishes, let alone dying of dysentery.
Yes, I mean seriously, like that's hard. That is hard. That's hard. And you know
Thank you for acknowledging that. I'm sure they're out there going, finally, someone acknowledges how hard we had it.
Yeah, we are bored in today's world. What we argue about all of this is because we don't have to find deer and kill it for skin to trade a buck.
We don't have to forage. No foraging.
Or no foraging.
We forage for fun.
We're bored.
Now.
We have everything provided, and now we just get to make up stuff that we're all mad at.
If you took nothing else from this episode, know that you have it good in today's America.
It is true. That's
all
right.
All right, what's the stats?
706 people survived.
That's pretty good.
Only 700, man.
I thought that was a lot. How many people were on it total?
2,240.
More people.
No, it was 2,200 total, and 700 survived.
Yeah, but more died.
Yes.
Wow.
More died?
More died than survived.
Well, yeah, I would think.
Oh, that's right, because Rose says there's not enough lifeboats for half on the ship. That's right, she does say that in the movie.
I'm just saying, as far as tragedies go, that's a lot of survivors. That's a pretty good survival rate for an entire ship that went down.
No, that is terrible, though.
Wait, is your knowledge of Titanic based on the movie only?
I've been to 2 museums.
Oh,
they
have multiple museums?
There was one in Pigeon Forge and then one in Branson, Missouri.
I don't think either of those are official museums.
No, they are. No, they're legitimate. Yeah, they have artifacts and stuff. And when you go, you get a ticket as a passenger. And then at the end, you get to see if you survived or died.
So if you're a woman, you go like, I survived the Titanic museum.
Apparently not, because I think, I don't know.
Wow.
It's real.
I'm just glad I wasn't on that ship because it was inequality back
We've
then.
been on a cruise
Women
recently.
And children yeah.
Could you imagine?
Very thankful. I was a little bit nervous. I was like, I know that like cruises don't just sink anymore, but what if I'm on the one?
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
And it's not even like, I wouldn't even get named on it. It would just be like Dave Ramsey and others. You know what I mean? Like I would just be others.
The tragedy would all.
Yeah, that's why I never want to die with a celebrity. I want to be the most important of all the people who died. At least make the headline. If I died with you, they'd just be like Rachel Cruz and friends didn't survive the Titanic.
Oh my gosh.
That's comforting.